Plutocrats Club. It is David Palin, founder of the Plutocrats Club, and I'm here with none other than Mbato Nkwocha. And I have to just say, we were going through the Plutocrats communities, and we just saw one person consistently putting in awesome content. So we just like, we have to interview. So I want to start off with a question that I'm guessing a lot of you are asking as well. Who is Mbato?
Well, I want to say first off, appreciate David for taking your time to interview me. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Nigerian, born here in Plano, Texas. Went to Plano Senior High School. Went on to the University of Arkansas, where I double majored in finance and economics. Came back about 2 years ago. Been doing my financial planning practice ever since. Also, one thing about me is I love helping others. I love, caring for others. I have a strong desire to, just volunteer towards those in the community wherever help is needed. I'm a very sociable person.
Oh yeah.
I'm part of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. It's Founders Day today, and I'm very proud of my frat. And that's a little bit about me.
All right. Well, another thing that we, as the Plutocrats, we take names seriously, and I want to ask you a question that I guess a lot of people don't get often, but what does your name mean?
Well, my full name is Mbato Nkwocha, and that means warrior of God. So it's, Umu means child, so child of God, and, also means warrior. So it, that's what my name is unique in that way, because it kind of fits my description, because I feel like I am a warrior.
Man, and that just kind of ties into my next question. Given your work and the work that you do, how would you say that your name kind of translates to your life? And
Well, one thing about me is, I fight through whatever it is, whether it's adversity. I fight through battles, all over the place, whether it's on the gridiron in football or just in life in general. Even here at work, when you first begin your practice, it's not easy getting clients. You gotta have people believing in you, and so you hear a lot of no's before you start getting those yeses. But it's all about having that warrior, mentality that you can get through it, and that don't worry. This is for their benefit.
Right.
So
right.
You'll get them eventually. They just gotta hear you out, and eventually they'll come back around. So don't give up.
One of the things I really think is important about this interview, and I hope if you don't take away anything from this, is this next question that I want to ask Mbato is, what are 3 financial tips that everyone should know?
First one, saving your money. Second one, protecting your money. Third one, investing your money. I'll break it down.
Okay.
When it comes to saving your money, having at least a minimum of 3 months of living expenses saved up in the event of any emergency that happens. You could bust your tire tomorrow, and tires are not cheap.
Right.
Brand new tires like $200. So just make sure you don't have that stress doesn't hurt you. In terms of buying that tire. So you have an emergency cash available for that. Second thing, protecting your money. When it comes to protecting your money, being able to protect your most valuable asset, which is yourself.
Wow, that's so true.
Yeah, yourself. You being able to work is one of the greatest things, in terms of your income. Because if you can't work, you can't pay bills. And if you can't pay bills, that's a problem.
Right.
So it's important that people understand that, there's stuff out there like disability income protection, because if you were getting a wreck, outside, you know, and you can't work for 9 months, what happens to your income?
Right.
And you can't work. So there it is in terms of protecting. Also, say you have a spouse.
Right.
You guys have a house, multiple cars, kids. Well, God forbid, if you were to pass, who would pay the bills? You know, who would the other spouse be able to have that money to take care, put the kids through college, pay the mortgage, you know, take care of the cars? Those are things that people don't think about.
Right.
And it's important to have those. And then third thing, in terms of investing your money, you know, it's important that you build your wealth while you're young. Even those who aren't young, it's just important that you guys have different eggs in different baskets when it comes to income, having different revenues coming in, not just relying on your job by itself.
Right.
Because if you do that, you lose your job. Where's the other source of income coming in?
Right.
So, you know, it is very important that you get something started. And there's a variety of options out there in terms of investing your money. But the main thing is you need to start now versus waiting till years down the road, because there is a cost to waiting. Every day that passes by is money lost.
Right.
And those are things people don't think about. So
there you have it. Man, those are 3 steps that I certainly am going to put in practice better. And I want to continue because we really believe in the whole person. So I'm going to kind of give you a couple questions that may be a little different. The first of those being, you see, he's dressed to impress. He's so sharp right now. So I want to ask you, what is your go-to power suit, and where, or really how would you go about obtaining that if you didn't have that power suit?
Well, I love dressing up. That is something that I just enjoy mixing it up, and because it's a different side of me. If you know what other side of me, it's basketball shorts and cutoffs all day long.
Okay.
But you know, when it comes to suits, I love dressing up and changing it up. You know, my go-to power suit is my Ralph Lauren charcoal suit.
Whew, okay.
That is
a good one.
Yeah. That suit there, it stands out from the rest, and you know, you can really accessorize it in different ways. Because charcoal is just a fine, you know, blend in terms of wearing, you know, a suit. And so I love, you know, pocket squares, lapels, you know, changing it up with watches. I love accessorizing.
Right.
So that's, you know, that's my go-to power suit. I feel like when I wear that suit, nobody can tell me anything.
Okay. Well, we're gonna move right along with another. This one's more of a scenario, if you will. Let's just say you have been called to DJ a professional mixer. What would be the very first song that you play?
Well,
the first song.
If you want to know the first song in terms of getting everybody going, it would probably be Michael Jackson, Don't Stop.
Don't Stop, man. So when you gotta
So you know
all the dances.
I was that guy getting those moves in my bedroom. One thing is,
who was it?
Yeah, I know. You know,
everybody loves Mike.
R.I.P.
Right.
And one thing about me is I'm that guy. I'm driving. I'll pull up to the red light, and you will see me dancing to some Michael Jackson. I bump Michael Jackson at least once a day.
Really?
Yeah. I gotta hear him.
Okay.
It's just me. I'm a big time Michael Jackson fan.
That's awesome.
That is you know, to get the party started, I'll be like,
that's a good one. Hey, if you're not moving off of that, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not meant to move.
right. So
we did, you know, kind of explore on the fun side, but he said something early that I want to put a pin on and really kind of dive in. He said that you have a passion for people. When did you know that you had that passion, and how did you develop it?
So, taking it back, growing up, my parents divorced when we were 11 years old. And when my parents divorced, it was hard times.
Right.
You know, my mother and two of my sisters, it was four of us, and you know, she was doing what she could in terms of being able to provide for us, and which I'm so grateful for, because back then I was 11 years old and I really couldn't just tell what she was doing. But we had a lot of people that came around that helped us in terms of you know, whatever we needed.
Right.
I mean, to be honest, there were times where, you know, we didn't have, you know, money for certain things. Whether it was food, whether it was, you know, presents during Christmas. There was different things that made us just, you know, that made me just realize, like, man, I hate being in this situation. But the fact that I always saw people help us, I said, when I'm older, I want to do something that I can give back and that I can pretty much say thank you to everybody else.
That's awesome.
In particular, there's just so many people, I couldn't even name them all, that's helped in the past. And I've always been that helpful person, and this is why I'm so passionate, because money rules a lot of things. So, you know, I want to make people aware that there are things in place to prevent you from being dead broke.
Right.
There's a person out there that you could talk to, and you know, there's help to make sure you're not in a financial bind. You know, what can I do to improve my living, to build wealth? And so that is, you know, where I got that passion from. Because I told myself the reason why I'm majoring in finance and economics is because I'm going to help people out there be able to not be poor. So that's where I got that passion from.
That's awesome, and you can see it in your eyes when you talk about it, that, you know what, I know what it's like to have that rough patch and be able to, you know what, I'm going to take what I personally had to do for myself and pass it on. That's awesome. I want to continue with that. You said that you are a Q.
Right.
And I wanted to use that as like a backdrop, because it still goes together with that togetherness and, you know, those that can help. What is brotherhood to you?
Big believer in brotherhood. Brotherhood is being there for, you know, your friend when he's down, being there for him when he's happy, being there for him at all times, regardless of what it is, being there to uplift him, regardless of the circumstance, being that resource that, you know, if there's one guy that you could call that just has your back, you know, that's just the greatest thing, because, you know, having a friend is one of the sweetest gifts life can bring you.
Right.
And so when you have a friend, you know, that is, you know, pretty much you can feel like it's your own blood.
Right, right.
You know, there's nothing else that can beat that. That's true brotherhood to me.
That's
So,
awesome. Okay, so taking what he just said about brotherhood, I'm going to also use that as a backdrop for this next question. What would your family say about you? Now, you definitely said that, you know, your family has gone through different stages. What would they say about you today?
I am very energetic.
Okay.
Passionate. I am fearless. I am. I like to have a good time.
Have a good time.
I like to have a good time. I am very competitive. They would.
Okay.
They would definitely say, that, you know, I'm always happy. So and that, I just don't take no for an answer.
Okay.
So that's what I feel my parents would say. Or my family would say.
Yeah. And as you were saying, there are people in your life who they may not be blood, but they are that family for you.
Yeah.
They are that brother to you. So, now we kind of got deep there, but we're gonna once again speak to that holistic person. And as men, we care about our job, we care about our emotional success, but we also care about women. We do.
Women are nice.
So I want to ask you, as a financial planner, how much is fiscally responsible to spend on the first date? You can give me a proportion, you can give me a range, you can just say, hey, nothing above this. How much is okay, or how much would you advise to spend on a first date?
Well, as a man, the way I was raised, it was you take care of the bill.
Right.
Regardless of the woman, regardless of how it is, take care of that bill.
Could you say that one more time?
It's the man's duty to take care of the bill.
Right.
So with that being said, on the first date, well, usually how I do it is, I like to get to know them before actually going out to dinner. So let's meet up wherever, let's talk.
Right.
Fill you out some more, because while I'm filling you out, I'm getting to know what you like.
Right.
And so I'm not gonna take you to a restaurant. Let's just say you like seafood, but you hate burgers. So I'm not gonna take you to that you hate steak. So I'm not gonna take you to a steakhouse.
Right.
I'll take you to a Red Lobster. Otherwise, that'll be disaster.
Right.
But in terms of what they want to get, I tell them get whatever you want. And the main thing is, if you're gonna go out on a date, make sure you have the fun.
Right.
So, because if you're gonna say get whatever you want, you better be prepared, because women like to buy everything.
Right.
So,
sure.
but I mean, if you have it, it won't hurt you. But at the same time, just cater to what you have. Be smart. If you don't have steakhouse money, break it down. Go to Cheddar's, Chili's, Applebee's. Something that's not McDonald's or Wendy's, but it's above.
Right.
So you just gotta be smart. But in terms of that, though, I usually let the woman get whatever she wants.
Okay.
Let her feel special.
Yeah.
So I'm all about women, just making sure that they're okay, making sure that they're having a good time. So.
You heard it. He said, hey, assess your own funds and let her get whatever she wants. I definitely don't want to let it be seen. That was a really good answer. It's not about being shallow, and that's the reason why I want to go ahead and go into this next question. Are there some things that you feel that money can't buy? I know we talked about how money is important. Money can get you a lot of things, but what are those things that money can't buy, in your opinion?
Money can't buy an education. When I say that, you have to have the desire to go out there and learn. You have to have that desire to go out there and be knowledgeable of what is going on. Because knowledge is power.
Right.
And with power comes money. So, if you lack an education, if you don't care for education, don't think that, you hitting the lotto is going to solve everything.
Right.
Because it won't. Because at the end of the day, you still don't know what you have going on.
Exactly.
And so, I just feel that, I can't buy, for instance, like a college degree. Like I said, you have to go to your class. Otherwise, if you don't go to class, you will fail.
Right.
Regardless of how much money is put in there. So it's money can't buy, your brain. Money can't buy, your knowledge that goes in there. So that's That's what
For
I
sure,
say.
for sure. That wisdom and there's a difference between paying for classes, like you said, and you can get into an institution, but if that knowledge doesn't sink in, it was a waste. It was a total waste.
Exactly.
Well, this is towards the end of the interview where I always like to open it up for this question, and this is something where you can speak on a cause or issue that's close to your heart. And this is, what is a cause that we should get behind? What should the plutocrats and the masses get behind, in your opinion?
Glad you asked me that. I feel like the millennial generation is living too much on their parents. And that is not necessarily a good thing, because when the time comes their parents pass, and the parents are not around for them anymore, it all comes down to, well, what do you know in terms of taking care of yourself for the future? What do you know about money? What do you know about having things in place so that you don't have to, stress? And, I go into that saying, it is important that millennials, especially people who are young, fresh out of college, even young adults, understand the concept of life insurance. Because life insurance can do many things for you. Life insurance just isn't something that, when you die, you have all the money that goes to whoever your, person, beneficiary is.
Right.
Life insurance can actually build wealth for you. And that is something many don't know about, don't understand about. And not only can life insurance protect you, it can also save you. It can also save you, have that cash available for emergency. And at the same time, it builds ridiculously that you have money that is easy to access. It's you can use it in terms of buying a car, a house, down payment on a house, paying for your kids' tuition. There's so many things life insurance can do, and it can get you out the hole. And many are not educated on that. And people don't realize that life insurance is a very valuable asset. There's so many things, like I said, that life insurance can do for you. It is important that that you start getting on and having that as your safe ground, as your foundation to building wealth. Because the stock market, that could crash. So you could invest $1 million in the stock market. It crashes, you lose all that million. Life insurance, you don't lose your money. Life insurance, you invest into it and you never lose it now. And that is something people need to be aware about in order of getting ahead of the game. Majority of people who are wealthy, who are, successful, they have life insurance as their foundation. Walt Disney, prime example. We all know Disneyland, Disney World. He used the money out of his life insurance policy to build Disneyland.
Wow.
Exactly, and that's just one of the things that life insurance could do for you. So it's that's something that I'm really trying to push people to understand, that it'll protect you, it'll build you cash, and it can act like an emergency fund for you, whatever it is. So that's something that I encourage people to start following up on.
Well, I have to shake this man's hand right here. It truly an awesome raise. He's a rising star. Anyone that listens to him can tell you going places, and I know I'm not going to be the first or the last to say that you're headed to the top. I do have one last question for you, just so other people can get more of this advice. Now, this was for free. He does do this for a living, and I want, if you could just give people your information. Of course, it's going to appear at the bottom of the screen of this interview, but where can the masses find you so that they can get in contact and get some more of this knowledge?
Well, you can find me in my office here at Spectrum Financial Group, located in Addison, Texas, 5080 Spectrum Drive, Suite 902, West Tower. You can call me, 972-974-0570. I am available for you. And you can also email me at mnkwocha@financialguide.com. Also, you should check out my Facebook business page. If you type in www.facebook.com/Mbato SFG, I post articles daily there that relates to your own personal life. I have various finance articles that if you ever just had that question that you were thinking like, man, in terms of finance, you know, what should I do for this? What should I do for that? 9 times out of 10, there's an article that I posted in there that could help you out. So definitely feel free to contact me. It costs nothing to talk to me. It costs nothing to, see me. Just get a hold of me so I can go ahead and help you out in terms of your future. So.
Awesome. But other than that, we just want to thank you all for watching. Like I said, please, 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 if you do not get anything, please follow up with him, because he just wants to make you better, and this is what it's about. It's making us better, not only as the people, but helping your family and all those around you, put you in a better financial situation. All right. Thank you. Man, that was